Hi, I'm Dr. Rob DeBeese, and I wanted to welcome you here today to my next whiteboard session. Today we're going to cover one of the hidden reasons why people could develop allergy problems. And it has to do with your liver, and I want to explain how this works here. So first off, throughout your body, you have these little glands or nodes called lymph nodes. You've probably had them swollen before, maybe under your chin or around your throat when you've had a sore throat or some type of a sickness. Well, inside these little lymph glands, there's cells that are called lymphocytes. And these lymph cells, we could call them like little Pac-Man. Like you remember the 80s game, right, Pac-Man? How it would go and eat up things? Well, these lymphocytes are these powerful white blood cells that go up and they eat foreign invaders. They eat invaders like bacteria and virus, and they eat pollen and molds and anything that you would breathe in or get into your system. So for example, if you breathe in some pollen and it's up in your nose, these little lymph glands that would be all around the nose, all around the sinuses, they would start to release lymphocytes into your tissue. And the lymphocytes would go in and they would eat up the pollen. And what they would do is they would bring this pollen back here to the lymph gland. So they actually bring the pollen back here to the lymph gland. Once the pollen's in the lymph gland, it drains down this duct system because all these lymph nodes are attached to one another like a chain, and it drains into your liver. And then your liver's responsibility is to kind of break all that stuff down, destroy it, and get rid of it. The problem is sometimes the liver is overwhelmed. Maybe there's parasites in the body, maybe there's yeast, maybe there's fungus, maybe there's different toxins, like there's been a mercury exposure or some other heavy metal exposure, or maybe there's been environmental toxins that have gotten into the person's body. Whatever it is. Take this liver down here, and let's say this liver is already congested. It's already filled with toxins. Well, if this is already filled with toxins and we try to take more toxins like pollen and other bacteria that we breathe in from the environment, and we try to put it down here into the liver, if this is backed up, this becomes like a car accident on I-20. Everything backs up. If the liver cannot accept and process new pollen and new bacteria, this whole system backs up, and it backs up, and it backs up right into the tissue. And then all of a sudden, if it can't drain through the liver, well then guess what? It's going to drain through your nose. And you're going to get a runny nose, or you're going to get sneezing, or you're going to get postnasal drip, and you're going to get this junk dripping down the back of your throat. And the reason why this is happening is because the liver is congested. So in some of these cases, what we need to do is we need to open up that liver. We need to put the person on the correct detoxification program, or we need to go ahead and figure out what's stressing that liver, what organism or what toxin is in that person's body, or what food are they sensitive to? What is it that's stressing this liver that's preventing the liver's ability to properly detoxify and causing this system to back up, right? If it backs up into the ears, we're looking at ear infections. Into the throat, we're looking at throat problems. Into the sinuses, we're looking at all the different sinus things. Into the eyes, we're looking at all the different eyes things. So there's lymph that goes all over your body, and it's the liver that cleans the lymph. If the liver's congested, it can't clean the lymph, and your body cannot heal and operate properly. So you're more susceptible to things like allergies. There's a formula that I use. There's actually two formulas. There's one that I worked with a company on that's called Allergy. And Allergy does two things. One, it helps the lymph up here move easier, and it helps to support the liver's ability to clean that lymph. And also, too, there's another formula that's just called liver support that I will sometimes use, Dr. Rob's liver support, just one per day at breakfast, and that helps the liver to detoxify. Again, that's not finding the underlying cause of why this liver is stressed in the first place, but that's something you can do to at least support the liver and support the sinuses and immune system. So Allergy I typically will give 2-3 times per day during like an episode, and liver support just one per day. So I hope that helped. This is in no means a treatment for disease or anything like that. It's just educational information. I've hoped you liked this episode of the Whiteboard Session. If you did, please subscribe and share with a friend. You know, I want to just reach as many people as I can. So when you share this with a friend or when you subscribe, it just supports me. And I have to say, I really appreciate the support. So if you are subscribing, thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. If you're watching, thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. Have a great day. Have a healthy day. And also, if there's a topic you'd like to learn more about, leave it in the comment section below. And I'm happy to create some whiteboards specifically on the topics that people want to know. Okay? So have a great one, and I'll see you at the next session. Thanks.